Good morning, Miami. January 11th. Coming from Property Value, David Mugard, Christian Leilong. Let's bring this up. There you go. What's up, buddy?
Good morning, man.
How are you?
Doing good, doing good. You?
I'm good, man. Me and Ralph Pena, the managing director here at Colliers, Miami, went to a cool conference last night. Met a lot of interesting people from around the nation, talked a lot about commercial real estate. The conference is called CREF. It's the Commercial Real Estate Finance Convention. Let's see, I'll bring up a picture right there. There's a picture of us on the beach here, Miami Beach. Take this down. Let me put that down. There we go. Anyways, so it was fun, man. We like I said, we had some cocktails for happy hour. We ate some nice carne, what is it called?
Got in that salad?
Yeah, there you go. And like I said, we it was at the Lowe's in Miami Beach, and it was actually on the sand.
Nice.
With the beach behind us. And it's great, like, hearing people come from all different places, like New York and Georgia, for instance. We talked to a couple of folks from there. And how different it is, like no mask on and outside and beautiful Miami Beach.
Right.
And I mean, we know it. We talk about it. We're excited about it. And just to hear other people embrace it and enjoy it, it was cool. It was very cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was last night. And I guess Ralph had too much fun because he's not here. So he's gonna work. He's out of the office working at home,
Networking hard.
Good for him. But I think it's funny that he's not here. Anyway, so here we are, Property Value, reading commercial real estate news. What do you got for me, man? What's the 10-year doing?
So 10-year is down from the last time that I reported it. Right now, it's at.
I think it was at what 1.7.
It was about
1, something like that.
Yeah, it was like 1.7. No, I think it was like 1.78
on Thursday.
And now it's at 1.76. So that's how it's looking right now. And
just nominal, little blip.
Yeah, it's but that's what it is. That's where it is right now.
So you got the 5-year.
No, I got the.
What is that?
I got the 5-day.
A 5-day. Sorry.
And actually, from the last time we were looking at it, just a few minutes ago before we started the program, it was at negative 0.8, and now it's at positive 0.3. So it's going up and down. It's fluctuating. The Wall Street Journal expects it to end between 1.74 and 1.77 today.
Interesting.
That's
awesome. All right, man. So I got a good one coming from the Next Miami. It reads, deal to build 1 billion Miami. Where is my, deal to build $1 billion Miami Freedom Park finalized, set for commission vote. And let's read it. The developers of the Miami Freedom Park say they have finalized negotiations with the city to build a $1 billion complex, that is a billion, the B, and expect commissioners to approve the deal shortly. According to the Herald, Miami Herald, the $1 billion project will include a soccer stadium with David Beckham, offices, hotel, shopping mall, and parking garages, among others. Mayor Suarez told the paper that the city has now received an agreement in principle with the developers of the project. To obtain control of the green space currently owned by the city, the developers will relocate the soccer team here for at least 30 years and promise to use the name Miami in the team name. There's The developers say they expect to win approval for 99-year rights to the 131 acres of land, no bid deal. They will use 73 acres for this project while renovating the remaining 58 acres as green space. The land is currently used as only a golf course in the city. The Herald said it is also located next to the Miami International Airport, which is opposed to the project over aviation safety and traffic concerns. Jorge Mas, the managing partner of the group, claimed he could be able to break ground in fall 2022 with completion in 2024. So a 24-month build out. This is located right along
MIA.
Yep, Miami International, as well as the. Why can't I think what it's called? What's the expressway called?
Dolphin. The
Yeah,
Dolphin Express.
Expressway. It goes east and west. Takes you from the airport to Miami Beach or to it's. I think it's a great location. What do you think? It's Lejeune right there. Lejeune in the expressway.
Man, like knowing of what I know of that area, it can already get like really, really congested with traffic alone. Just like if I'm going home from here.
Are you going to be a Debbie Downer on this?
No. I think it's like honestly, I think it's going to be a huge undertaking. I've been hearing about this for a very long time. Ever since David Beckham announced it a couple of years ago that he wants to build a team here and he wants to build he also wants to build a stadium. I know that a whole bunch of people are super excited for it. I'm also really excited for it. Obviously with MIA kind of concerned about aviation traffic, I know that's a very big port, like when it comes to Miami.
Are you a soccer fan?
Me? I dabble.
No.
Yeah, so like I'm more of a World Cup fan, big events. I don't really watch clubs too much.
Well, maybe this will change you.
Maybe.
25,000 seat stadium, parking garage, soccer fields on top, 750 room hotel, which we need. We just saw yesterday that the occupancy is bananas here in Miami.
Right.
And ADR is off the charts. Offices and retail complex. 58 acres would be preserved as a park, so green space. I think it's awesome, man.
I'm really excited to see it. I'm not gonna lie, I really am, and it's gonna be in 2 years, so we'll see in 2 years how just amazing this is going to be. Who knows? Maybe we get it.
Don't be a Debbie Downer, man.
I'm not.
I don't like the tone of your voice.
I promise you. I just need the coffee to kick in.
All right, man. What else you got? What do you got for us?
So this is from globestreet.com. This is mortgage rates are above 3.5 and create a sense of urgency. Nearly half of house hunters would be more inclined to buy, according to Redfin survey. So
3.5 is the prime rate right now if I want to go buy something.
Well, right now for the last month it was at 3.22, and it's going up, and that's going up from 3.11.
So 25 bips.
Yeah. So the prior week. So just a week ago, it was at 3.11, and now this week it's at 3.22.
Right.
And that's for the next 30 years fixed rate loan.
Right. But yeah. If you lock it in today.
Yeah.
If you lock it in at that rate.
And according to the survey, about half so it's 47% here, 47% of the house hunters would say that they have a sense of urgency if the mortgage rate rose above 3.5%. And according to the report,
they said what, 40%? What was it?
No, 3 point. Yeah, so it was 47% of house hunters reported that they would have a sense of urgency to go and buy a home if it goes above 3.5.
Interesting.
Yeah, the
thing is there enough supply for them to go buy the home? And where are these people like? So house hunters. Interesting, because my renovations on my townhouse is almost done. And so, we're going to have to put some debt on it because we bought it in cash so we could renovate it and then put some debt on it to take our money back out of it.
Right.
So I hope it doesn't go up too much. But I mean, 3.5, 3.75, man, those are great rates. Talk to people in the 80s and 90s where they're paying like 10%. You know what I mean? Like, I think if you told someone they had to pay, well, I was talking to a gentleman last night, me and Ralph, and he was talking to us about not construction loans, but bridge loans, and 6 to 8% for about a 24-month loan, which means it bridges you from the construction or renovations until you can get kind of like what we're doing on my townhouse, but we paid in cash. Think about if we didn't pay in cash and we would have needed a loan to secure the place and the renovations in between getting our major finance
Right.
or whatever. Yeah, so they're doing 6 to 8%. It's kind of like a hard money loan as well, but it's, anyways, 3.5 prime rates. That's great. What else, man?
Well, this one was over from the Florida Realtors Organization, kind of what we've been talking about for the last week, that multifamily and industrial hot market right now, very hot. And they just did a projection of 2022 onto what they expect for, since we already talked about multifamily yesterday, I'm just going to look into the industrial side. And for the industrial, the industrial property market posted a record year, experiencing a boon due to the continued growth in online shopping. Nearly 700 million square footage of space has been absorbed since the pandemic began, and rents have soared to record highs of 8.4 NAR reports. Meanwhile, vacancies have fallen to an all-time low. Kind of what goes hand in hand with what we were talking about yesterday, that Blackstone company bought the e-commerce headquarters over in, I believe it was Doral, if I'm not mistaken, that they bought, I think it was like 7 acres, something like that, even more. So we're definitely noticing that here in Miami. And based off of what we were talking about, that industrial and warehouses are super in right now, and a lot of people are looking for them. I think 2022 is going to be very good for the industrial market.
Yeah, industrial has been hot, man. That's competing with multifamily for yields and for land, and developers can't build enough of it. They don't have enough space. They can't get it up fast enough. And industrial is a great market. And, other than building multifamily, industrial is tilt up construction. They can do it faster, and you're not putting in, all those bathrooms and all those kitchens. So you can build it faster and cheaper than multifamily. So what do I got here? Let's see. No, that's outside. Wrong one. Here we go. Difficulties today. Related to develop 450 unit condo tower at Miami World Center. They're JVing. Studios will start in the 300Ks, and units will have no rental restrictions, meaning they can Airbnb, 30-day,
sublet,
12-month. Related Group is partnering with Merrimack Ventures. I might have just crushed that. I don't know. Ventures to co-develop a short-term rental-friendly condo tower with the master plan mixed-use Miami World Center. Real deal has learned. See, a lot of condo, when you buy like I live in a condo building, and it's like your condo association usually doesn't allow short-term rentals. Why? Because your neighbor, you don't want to hear every day, like you come home and you kind of want to know your neighbors, right?
Right.
It gives a sense of security as one, correct? And then like, you never know, like, we live on the 12th floor, and we don't want to come home. I come home to relax, right? I don't want to come home to the neighbors are having a party, every other night because of it's a new tenant, you know what I mean, in there. And who knows, like, usually you have a family, which is like, I think the average family is like 2.15 people, right?
Well, it's 5 in mine.
Well, that's you, and you guys are in suburbia and in a house and things, right? But this isn't a condo, or and it's usually like a mom, dad, and a kid, or mom, dad, 2 kids. Airbnb, you don't know how many people could be in it. They could be just like, hey man, let's go rent, or fly in and go see the football game, and us and our 7 buddies, rent it out, and here we are in Miami, and let's go party in South Beach, and let's go do this. I don't want to come home to that. Yeah. Now, nothing against Airbnb people, and nothing against that that real estate model. But as a homeowner living in a condo tower, I wouldn't want to come home to that. So I wonder, like, let's see what they say. 31-story, 450 unit condo tower. Prices will start in the 300,000s, and the building will not have any rental restrictions, which means buyers will be able to rent their units out for as many days and on any platform as they would like. Perez called it pretty extraordinary to deliver product with this pricing, especially given the rising construction costs. He declined to disclose the estimated construction costs for the project. It's within the Miami World Center, which is a $4 billion, 27-acre development downtown Miami. It's going on today. That includes 300,000 square feet of retail, apartment buildings, hotels, the Paramount Miami World Center condo tower, which we've done work on, and other properties. WeWork co-founder, this is the article that you were speaking of yesterday, Adam Newman, recently acquired a majority stake in the Coba apartment tower developed by CIM Group. The Wall Street Journal reported. So did we. The majority of the units will be one bedrooms with some studios and two bedrooms. They will range from 350 square feet. So a micro unit, which is, that's typically a hotel room is 350 square feet. So they will range from 350 square feet to 825 square feet. And we'll have a gourmet kitchens, smart home technology, and balconies, according to a release. One World Properties, which led sales of Paramount and Legacy Hotel and Residence at Miami World Sun, is handling sales of the Crosby. Paramount has some units left, with Legacy sold out last year.
Wow.
This will be the only for sale product at the Miami World Center. There was also, I saw something. Let's see, but construction is expected to begin in the first quarter of next year, 2023, and be completed in the first quarter of 2025. The property is just east of the Bright Line's Miami Central Station. So that's another 24-month
Development.
build out. Yeah, development.
Mm-hmm.
So construction continues. It's not stopping,
No. Well, that's what we were seeing in your report yesterday, that there's a lot of construction going on. I remember when you were reporting it, I believe it was through CoStar, you were looking at the numbers, and I think it was about 30%, give or take 5. I think it was more like up around 35. That.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, I think it's construction.
That's outside?
That's more construction.
That's in the building?
Yeah.
Oh, it's downstairs in the lobby.
Maybe.
Sorry, man.
No, you're good. But we were noticing yesterday that there's a lot of pre-construction buildings or getting ready to go into construction, and this only just kind of solidifies and supports that. So I would not be surprised if we're going to be seeing more and more and more, just developers coming in and just building upon, maybe tearing down an old building and then just building a brand new tower up there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you get when you have barrier of entry is high. That's what they say. Like, we write about that in our reports, is when you have an area with scarce in land, which Miami does. As you move north, there's more land available, right?
Yep.
But yeah, down here, and that's what's happening in places like Wynwood and now Allapattah, which is just to the west across the highway from Wynwood. These are, these sub-districts, Little Haiti. Yeah, they have to tear down, and the zoning has been changed with Miami 21. The density's increased, and people are building up. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. But they're not going to tear down a tower. They would probably renovate the tower.
Right.
We just worked on one of those right before you were hired. I forget how many units, but it's on the water, where it was an apartment building, but it was situated, I think it was built as a condo building, and then they converted it to an apartment building years ago, and they had just bought it over, and they're doing a complete renovation right now. It was in the news because they did some shady stuff on how to get the people out of the building.
Nice.
But yeah, but they're going to turn it, into a nice tower again. You see it when you're driving east on, what is that, 395 on, not 195 right here, but the second one. I think it's 395, the Causeway.
I have no idea. I'm
no
so
idea.
sorry.
Really?
Yeah, I really don't know.
All right, so this
We need Ralph
says,
for that.
what's that?
We need Ralph for that. The street
Yeah,
guy.
he's fucking excellent on addresses, man. I'm terrible. Property investors spent more than $1 in every $3 on apartments in the fourth quarter. Rent increases boosted investor demand. I'm intrigued by this $1 to $3 thing. I just wanted to see what it said. Multifamily property sales surged in second half of 2021 and accounted for more than $1 out of every $3 spent in the fourth quarter, according to CoStar data. Multifamily sector made up 34% of all property sales in the last 3 months of 2021, the highest percentage in 5 years. Everything points to multifamily as it just being the hot, commodity, right? The surge comes at the expense of industrial assets. See, that's what we're saying. Which, following a brief second quarter spike in retail property sales, remains second choice among investors. That's what I was pointing at. Is that in industrial market industry is crazy hot too. In 2020, landlords were wondering whether apartment dwellers would pay rent. Now they're wondering how long record-setting rent growth can last. After passing out big concessions for several months at the start of the pandemic, landlords increased rents at an annual average pace of 11% thanks to soaring demand, strong demographics, and a broader economic recovery. Yeah, we went over that chart yesterday for the South Florida, and it was trending, first quarter 2022, rents were crazy, but then it was going to step down, cheer down for the next 24 months, concluding to, first quarter, second quarter, 2024, at the
first quarter.
Regular,
First quarter.
Typical 4% annual increase. But by the time you got there, the average rental was, right now I think the average rental across the 3 counties is $1,900. I said yesterday, and then it's going to be $2,400,
which is baffling to me. We're definitely going to be seeing a lot of those shipping containers.
You haven't paid rent yet, man. So you don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like you will one day.
I'm getting a fixed rent.
Yeah. What else you got, man? What's your next article?
So this one's over by the Herald. It's booming real estate market causes developers to build bigger. So this is a little bit more on the residential side, but it's an article that I think was really interesting. And it's the Census Bureau data shows that in the third quarter, the average size of a single new family home rose to 2,500 square feet. About
who did the
the Census Bureau?
Okay.
Yeah. And that means that the average size of the house is now 6.2 larger than it was when the Great Recession ended. And going forward, economist Robert Diaz at the National Association of Home Builders expects the trend to continue. So we're looking at homes getting, at least single family homes, just getting bigger and bigger. And the reason as for that is because a lot of people now are using them for multi-purposes, whether that be for now being in remote and using it as a home office, or as well using it in order to, for example, have some more storage.
What do you think?
I think it's definitely something that I'm going to be really kind of keeping my eye on more than anything, because now as we're seeing, single family homes, at least in South Florida, are super, super hard to come by. So I believe that by having them bigger, and then kind of between that and as well as multifamily as well getting bigger as well, there's just going to be an extremely, extremely competitive market down here in South Florida, more than what we already have, especially when it comes to single family homes. I think people are probably going to be putting well and above asking price for it. And with multifamily, people are probably going to be looking more towards the rent side with that, if I had to take a shot in the dark.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. My gut says that, when we spoke, me and Ralph were talking to a gentleman last night about, he was asking us about micro units. The article I just read said, that tower that they're going to build in downtown, the units will start at 350 square feet. That's micro. So the gentleman was asking us last night, what do we think about micro units? I commented on a development in Wynwood that has more micro units and it's offering more amenities. We've talked about this, like dog parks and, dog grooming, and you go downstairs, maybe there's a barbershop and there's retail and there's, shoot some towers downtown or helipads on the top and, just amenity after amenity. So the smaller unit, more amenities. I would have thought that houses were decreasing and I know same thing with the office market, that office tenants were getting, a smaller square foot per person in the office,
hmm
meaning they could put more people in the office and stuff. And then I think COVID came around and people went home and worked, and it was, you know, I just feel like this article is like a byproduct of COVID,
hmm
where they're saying, "Oh yeah, we need more space now because oh yeah, we noticed that we need an at-home office." Well, I've had an at-home office forever because being a commercial real estate appraiser, we work at home a lot.
hmm
We're allowed to work remotely, and you need your own station at home, and so I've already been down that road of having an at-home office, and I think a lot of people that already had an at-home office understand that you need that little that space. Is that going to be a trend for people to build bigger homes? I don't know. I mean, I don't. It seems to me, it seems off. It seems off that someone would say they're going to build bigger homes, maybe more luxury homes or more, in that market. Or,
hmm
but I would think like your standard 3-bedroom, 2-bath,
Right.
starter home is like cookie cutter and so many square footage, and the
hmm
builders have it down. And like, why would they build it bigger?
I think
Like,
like
'cause is our families increasing?
Right.
Are they forecasting we're gonna have a baby boom? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but just to build a bigger home our income's going up. Like, just to say like, oh yeah, we're gonna build a bigger home. Can the people afford it?
hmm
You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
like, what else are the key indicators that we need bigger homes? I don't know.
I definitely, 100% see your perspective, and I agree in some aspects. Like, for example, is this a response to COVID, more than anything, or is this something that people have looked for before even COVID, and like, okay, yeah, let's go ahead, build some, bigger houses. I think if anything, probably what's going to happen is they're making the houses probably bigger, but they're keeping the lot smaller. So you're getting more house, but you're not getting as much land.
Yeah, but that goes with zoning.
Yeah.
So the builder can't change that.
No.
The municipality would have to say that, and that's per city.
hmm
That's not even like per state, or the government comes in and says, "Oh yeah, you can build on this." So I mean, that's really dependent on the municipality,
Mhm.
and then it's dependent on where is it,
Yep.
subdivision, suburbia,
Where
in
like
town.
is it in Canada or is it in
Well,
downtown?
That's what I mean. Like, so
Yeah. It's definitely something that I'm going to keep my eye on. And if any updates happen, any like big updates happen with this, I'll say something.
yeah, man. So let's pivot to. I have bring that up. So I have this is the industrial. Yesterday we looked at the multifamily across Palm Beach County, Broward County, and Dade County. Now I pulled up the industrial across the 3 counties as well. So it says inventory square foot is at 414 million square foot. There's 7 million under construction. What is I hate making those noises. So 7 million, 414 million, 2%. 2% under construction. There's 3% vacant. There's net absorption year over year at 12.9. So just year over year, see that? Like, they can't build fast enough.
Right.
There's 3% vacancy. That's just showing, that's normal frictional vacancy where move in, move out kind of stuff, right? Like, that's nothing. Market rent right now is at $14 industrial. That's up 14%. 14 almost, it's like, let's round up, 1450, and it's up a square foot 14% year over year. Outstanding. I mean, so remember, multifamily up, same thing year over year, right? 14%. Market sale price $190 square foot. $190 a square foot, up 17% year over year. Market cap rate 5.6, and that's an average. So, if you're looking at Class A, 34 clear height industrial, cap rates are low fours, could be
Mhm.
high threes, mid threes. No, I don't. I think mid threes, 3.5 or 3.25, 3.5 Class A industrial properties. That's what we were talking to Erin, who works for Colliers International Buyers. She was telling us that. So, man, it's crazy. 7 million under construction with a almost 13 million absorption rate year over year. It's just going to gobble up that 7 million. And
Yep.
7 million is going to be built and then boom, leased.
That's assuming it's not even up for like pre-construction sales.
It will. I mean, it
Like some
usually the way
developers.
industrial works is that they'll lease it
Mhm.
and sell it.
Okay.
They'll build it, lease it, sell it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I mean, they used to not build on spec, but now they're building on spec
Mhm.
because I mean, when you look at those, it's crazy. I mean, that 13 million, almost 13 million was absorbed.
Mhm.
They only got 7 million under,
Under
like
construction.
They can't get it out fast enough. Looks like vacancy for, let's go 5-year analytics was hovering at 4% for the average 5-year vacancy rate. Look at that, like average absorption.
Skyrocketed.
Yeah, was literally at what's that 6.5 million past 5-year absorption is 6.5 million. Last year, 8 million. Now forecasted 13 million. Outrageous. That's e-commerce, right? Just
Mhm.
showing its teeth. Here we go. Market rent per square foot. 3-year average. Was that 5-year average? Yeah, 5-year average at 7.1. Vacant or annual rent growth.
Mhm.
Year over year, 14. So yes, last year it was just below the average. This is double the average. Year over year is double the average. Incredible, man. 12-month sales volume. Last year, 2 billion. Now we're at 2021 Q4. Numbers at 3.6 billion. 5-year average, 2.4 billion.
Wow.
Yeah, man. See, industrial is right behind multifamily, especially with that rent growth year over year, 14%, and market sale price per square foot up 17% year over year. That's amazing, man. South Florida, just fucking on fire. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing the office numbers tomorrow.
It's gonna be a busy year. It's gonna be, not only for like for the analysts, for everyone. It's just going to be buying, selling, renting, buying, selling, renting. So
That's what we do, bro. That's what we do. All right, my man. Let's get to work, huh?
Yes, sir.
Have a good day, Miami.
Bye, everyone.
Talk to you tomorrow.